Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Alrighty, so sorry number one, we've just been super busy. You've been busy with school and I've been busy making some of these Halloween custom pops that are going to be coming out. However, we're just going to go ahead and do 3, 4, and 5 of the reveals. And I think it's okay because some of them are good, some of them are bad, and I think we can just throw them all in there together. Sometimes they don't warrant, I think, their own video maybe. So.
Yeah, I agree. So we're just going to pack it all in here and just be like, hey guys, here you go.
Alrighty, so first up in Wave 3, we finally see Deadpool with his chef hat. It's been a while, we've seen it, now we know where it's going to be, New York Comic Con. It is a limited edition, so, you know, I'm sure it's probably going to end up in a store. I know you guys have been asking, are these going to end up in a store? Yes, it's just like San Diego Comic Con. They will end up in stores, we just don't know yet where they will. However, we will have a list on our Facebook that will tell you where when we find out.
Up next, we finally get to see some classic X-Men with Kitty Pryde, and she comes with her dragon, which is epic. I'm so excited.
Super excited about this one. Classic, sort of 92 X-Men is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
I've been really excited for it. I knew they were coming out, and I finally get to see her in it. This is a must-have for me.
Definitely.
Personally.
He's a huge X-Men fan. I didn't get to watch it too much as a kid, so I'm excited for you for this one.
Kitty Pryde is awesome.
We also got some classic X-Men Dorbs, and first up we have Juggernaut, which looks so good.
I love Juggernaut. Juggernaut is awesome anyways. I mean, just seeing him run through things. I had an awesome toy of him from Toy Biz when I was a kid, Juggernaut. Love Juggernaut. Don't really love Dorbs that much though, unfortunately, so although I would love to see a Juggernaut pop someday, I would absolutely love that. Now as far as the Dorb goes, it does look really nice, and it is a limited edition, so we'll probably see this one. I would assume maybe GameStop, since they had the X-Men.
You're probably right on that one.
We'll see, we'll find out. Going right along with the X-Men, we also get Storm with her mohawk, which is
I'm excited about this one. I love Storm, and I think this Dorb is really cute.
Yeah, I dig the mohawk. It's really neat. It's kind of an X-Men, this is a whole Marvel theme if you guys didn't know. This is an entire Marvel reveal.
It's like a Marvel day.
Yeah. And then finally, we have a Dorbs XL of Thanos. So, you know, this one's cool. It's only 500 pieces though, so the chances of you getting it are going to be pretty slim if you guys are Dorbs fans. It's going to be hard because it only has 500 pieces.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard, and I think that this one will be popular just because the Dorbs XLs are so large and they're really worth the money.
They're fun, yeah.
They're very fun. I really like them.
Yeah, we have a couple of them, and yeah, they look really nice on a shelf. You know, that's why I really like them. So that one will probably be hard. You probably won't be able to get that one only being 500 unless you're at the con.
Right.
So that was it for Wave 3 of Marvel. Gotta be honest, a little disappointed being that this was on Marvel. It seems like there could have been some really great stuff in there, and there just wasn't. However, in that, we did get to see the back of the box for X-Men, so we did get to see the upcoming classic X-Men, which I'm really excited. All I gotta do is say I cannot wait for Sabretooth, although we didn't get a Nightcrawler. When are we gonna get a Nightcrawler? I want Nightcrawler really bad. He was one of my favorite X-Men back in the day when I was a kid. I love Nightcrawler. So hopefully we'll see, well, I hope we see it in a Weapon X.
Ooh, that would be awesome. Yeah. Now on to Wave 4! This one is a Hanna-Barbera theme, which I'm really excited about because Hanna-Barbera was a classic pastime for me as a child growing up, and I'm sure for you and a lot of other people.
Not as much, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, not as much for me.
Oh man, my dad was a huge Hanna-Barbera fan.
Yeah, I guess that's where we differ from sort of what we grew up with.
Our parents are about 10 years apart in age, so his parents are much older than mine. So
Hanna-Barbera wasn't in my wheelhouse. It was all Power Rangers, X-Men, Batman the Animated Series, all that. That was mine. Yours was all the weird crap.
Hey, it wasn't weird. I loved it. Now, I'm really excited for this one. It's a 3-pack Dorbs of Yogi, Boo Boo, and Ranger. I'm really excited. I have to have this. I'm not a huge Dorbs fan.
Hey, Boo Boo!
But I love Yogi Bear.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I did watch Yogi Bear when I was young, and I think that this 3-pack is really cool.
I'm so excited.
Hey, Boo Boo! That's really cool. I like it. I dig it. Those are cool. I think that's a really great idea.
I really want these.
And being a 3-pack, there's really nothing better you
Can't
could
beat
make.
it.
No. Unfortunately, I believe it's like 500 pieces.
This just like broke my heart. I didn't realize that until just now.
Dorbs are a funny thing though. People don't buy Dorbs as much, so it's not like it's impossible. They're not going to fetch the pop prices on eBay.
I hope that I
but
can get this pack.
They're going to be a little expensive, and maybe we'll see it in a pop form sometime. I don't know.
Oh my
I do
God,
kind
I
of like
hope
the
so.
Dorb design of these better though.
I feel like that this transitions well to the Dorb
Much
design.
more nicely than
Yes.
maybe some other ones. I actually would probably like the Dorbs better than I would the Pops as far as this
Probably.
design. That's a really nice design. Up next we have Magilla Gorilla and Mr. Peebles. I do not have a clue what these are, do
I
you?
don't know what these are, but I really love the design of them.
Yeah, I love the smile on Magilla Gorilla.
I do too. That's what I was gonna say. I love the design. I love the top hat and everything about it. I'd love to get my hands on this just to see what it looks like in person.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of Hanna-Barbera fans, and it's a good idea. I know a lot of maybe some of the younger crowd, they're not really into this, you know, and this is sort of for the older crowd, and which is okay. It's definitely okay because you want to kind of be broad, you want to broaden that horizon. Right. Unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot about it, so there's not a lot I can say about it. However, I can say that it's only 1,000 pieces. So that's kind of somewhere in the middle ballpark of probably going to be sold out at the con. Might end up in some online stores, but only in a few amount of pieces.
Up next, we have a 2-pack of strawberry shortcake and huckleberry pie. I'm kind of excited about this one. I'm assuming that these are going to be scented as well.
Yeah, we can see the sticker on the box that
we
says.
can.
But we don't know about huckleberry pie. Is he scented?
Oh, I
That could
hope
be kind of cool.
so.
I guess it's good that we haven't actually purchased any of the strawberry shortcake pops yet.
haven't.
This would be the good one to buy.
This would be a great one to buy because can you imagine the aroma that comes out of that box when you open it from the
We did get to smell them though. We found them at Target. We opened them and they do have a pretty strong smell.
So good.
Yeah.
Limited. This is a limited edition, so hopefully we'll be able to pick this up in a store.
I'm a big fan of that one. I think that's really good for sort of the female, basically. That's a really
definitely.
good, you know, they need that sometimes. Sometimes I don't know if they forget, but sometimes it seems some of these are so catered to a specific sex sometimes. And this is one where like a little girl or an adult girl that grew up with strawberry shortcake, or guys if you grew up, because I had a sister that loved strawberry shortcake. I saw all of it. I watched it all basically. Yeah, so that's cool. It's a good idea. I'm happy to see that they did that. Now we saw that these were coming during San Diego Comic-Con. We were made aware, at least by a leak or whatever, that the banana splits were gonna be in ride form as well as Dorb form, which is the same thing basically. So we finally get to see that, and the first one we get to see is Drooper. And don't know anything about the show, to be honest with you. I think the design of it's really cool if you're a fan of that. I know when we had said that we had never saw the show or anything, there's a lot of young people that said, well, we've seen it. How have you not seen it? So I don't know. It must have come back on at some point or something. I don't know. I never saw it. And then we also see Fleagle, which he looks like he's in like a John Deere like gator.
He does. He looks
something.
like he's in a gator tractor just cruising down the street.
Which once again is cool, you know, if you're into that. I think the Dorbs, the design on these are really nice too, in comparison to some of the other Dorbs.
True.
Sort of like what we saw with the Yogi Bear. I think that the facial designs on these are really nice.
I really want that Yogi Bear. We also get to see Penelope and her ride, and the design of this is fantastic. It's very feminine, it's very beautiful, and I love how the front of that car has these big, giant, beautiful lips.
Yeah, big fan of it. Of course, we saw Vanellope during San Diego Comic-Con, and of course, that was a play on Penelope, so now we get to actually get the real Penelope, which is super, super awesome.
She's beautiful.
Now, that one's only 2,000 pieces, though.
So it will probably be a con only.
I would imagine it's going to sell out at the con. And then we also got to see that they're going to fill in the Hair Bear bunch with the Square Bear #1. So we did get to see these at San Diego Comic-Con. Now we get to see them filling that in with Square Bear. I love the hat design.
I love the design of this. He kind of looks like Scooby-Doo a little bit in the mouth.
Honestly, I think that, you know, we've seen Scooby-Doo now come out. I think that without, you know, that hat on or whatever, he looks more like Scooby-Doo than the pop that's coming.
I think he does too.
I know, it's kind of weird. And then we also got to see Booby Bear, I believe is how you'd say that. With his hat as well. Once again, don't know much about the show. Do enjoy the design though. That one is also 2,000 pieces. So both of those are 2,000 pieces. Might not end up in a store. More than likely won't end up in a store. Definitely won't end up in a store. But might also not sell out at the con.
It might not. It might be something that's found on a website somewhere afterwards. We'll have to see.
Yeah, think about New York Comic Con. The pops don't sell out as much as they do San Diego, I don't think.
I agree. I feel like the ones at San Diego, they go so quickly, and then New York, they linger around for a couple weeks.
Yeah. And finally, Wave 5. Now this one is sort of a Funko / Disney one. So this one I was really excited for. I was like, okay, cool, this is going to be Disney. What
Yes.
do you have in store? First off, we do get the Freddy with this car. We've seen this one in San Diego Comic-Con. This one's going to come out in multiple colors, I'm sure. This one's a taxi, though. I think that's cool.
I like this. I love the fact that it's a taxi and it's in New York because, you know, taxis are synonymous for that.
This one's fun. This one might be, in my opinion, a little better than the red convertible that we saw from San Diego Comic-Con. It's 2,000 pieces, so once again, this more than likely will sell at the con, so you're probably not going to see this. But if you do want a Freddy with a car, more than likely you'll see more of these coming on Funko's website. So, you know, if you're dying to have one of them, there'll be more. But the taxi one's pretty cool. I can see that one.
I think the taxi is going to be one of the better ones. Up next, we are getting just a regular Barbossa with the monkey. And it's kind of, you know,
kind of weak, yeah. I mean, there's not much done there. You know, it's not like they really kind of took the initiative to have something special for a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It's really no more than a repaint of what we saw during San Diego Comic-Con, which was better. You know, the zombie version of that was better.
I mean, the zombie version in the movie was so much cooler than just regular versions, so I feel like this is just kind of a cop-out.
Yeah, I'm not real excited about this one. Now, if you're a super Pirates fan and you didn't get a chance to get the undead version, then I'm sure you'll be excited for it. Just for us, though, could have done something more, or maybe even went into Pirates a little more, into different characters, you know, something like that.
That one is limited to 1,000 pieces, so it's probably only going to be at the con.
Yeah, I guess that's its saving grace sometimes when it's boring like that or nothing special. If they limit the pieces so small, then it becomes, I guess, like worthwhile if you do want it, if you are a Pirates fan. Not so much to us, but to other people it will, just because of the, I guess, the value that'll go, you know, will go up in value, I guess.
We also got to see a seated Sally with Cat from Nightmare Before Christmas. I think that it's kind of interesting. It's different. I've never really seen one seated like
pop,
this.
Right? That's so weird.
So I'm curious to see what it looks like in person, especially for like a side profile.
I'm glad that they keep continuing the Nightmare Before Christmas line.
Me too.
It might be getting a little repetitive though, as far as, you know, Sally in this version, Jack in this version. It's nice to see them do other characters, where this one it's pretty common. I mean, but however, it does look cool because she's seated, so it's something completely different.
It's a whole new pose.
It's a whole new pose, which I'm a big fan of. It's a limited edition, so more than likely it's going to end up in a store.
I'm guessing that's probably a hot topic.
Hot topic. If we you know, if we look at the past and where Nightmare Before Christmas is, it seems like they've always been the hot topic. So more than likely that's where that one will be. Now, what I'm more excited about, and I kind of think Funko is a lot smarter doing this, is they brought a whole new character of Nightmare Before. And we get to see Behemoth, which I love Behemoth.
About time! I'm so excited for this. I love how they have the axe in the top of his head and everything. It's excellent.
There's so many good characters in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes!
I need to see them in pop form. They do them all in reaction figures. They do like all of them in Dorbs, but they just haven't really touched on them in Funko Pops.
Yeah, and the Nightmare Before Christmas line has such a huge following. I feel like you're missing so many people by not making these in pop form.
I know, and they should definitely come out around October. Without a doubt. Behemoth is a limited edition, so more than likely that will be another hot topic.
Probably.
If I'm not mistaken. On to Star Wars, we have a Rogue One pop, the movie coming up here soon with Biston. I don't know anything about this character. However, he looks really cool. He looks like Harry and the Hendersons.
He looks kind of like a gremlin meets Chewbacca.
Yeah, he does. Super cool though. I mean, Star Wars fans, you guys collect all of them. I mean, that's what you do.
Right.
And there's a lot coming soon. We have Force Friday coming up here soon on the 30th. So, you know, add this one to your list if you guys are Star Wars fans, because this one is limited edition, so more than likely you will be able to get it. If you're an older Star Wars film fan, Qui-Gon Jinn is coming out. However, he is very limited.
Yes, very, very limited.
Limited to for Star Wars fans. Because the amount of people, I mean, there's only 2,000 pieces of this guy. And I guarantee this is going to sell at the con right away.
Oh, this will sell out within a half an hour.
And he'll be... This one so far, I think, is the one that's going to be, like, it's going to hold the most value.
It's going to be the most highly sought after pop.
So kind of strange that the piece count is so small. However, I still like that. I still think that we need that.
I'm glad that Funko's going back to limiting these to certain numbers, because I feel like that's what makes the hunt so exciting.
Yeah, you don't want them always limited edition and you always see them in the store, because then that doesn't really give you you a reason to get hyped.
Right.
You know, for something that you might not be the type of guy that wants to go out and buy them all at you know, Hot Topic or GameStop or whatever. You'd rather just spend all your money on that one pop.
Right.
That's going to be super rare, and I can see people doing it for this one.
And finally, we get Indiana Jones in his Jeep, and I am excited. I love that the Jeep has like mud and everything splattered all over. It's just really, really cool looking. I
didn't see this one coming at all.
I didn't either.
Indiana Jones is interesting because, so we saw them in San Diego Comic-Con. They had one that was super rare, that was the crown jewel of San Diego Comic-Con. And then we saw another one come out that was Disney Parks only, that people were able to get, but a lot of people had it also canceled, which included us.
Yes.
So, you know, those are the ones that are... Indiana Jones is so, like, so many people want this license. It was just unbelievable when it came out. People got so excited. And that's what made the value go up and people go kind of crazy. However, I don't think this is the end. We're going to see a lot of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to expand the line. We're going to get different characters, different styles, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I think that the trick is, though, my assumption will be, I think there's something going on with the license where they're only going to be available either at cons like this, or they're going to be available as a Disney Park exclusive, which we've seen Funko now has like a deal with the Disney parks, and that's where the other Indiana Jones is sold only at Disney Park online, where I think that this one might end up there as well.
I bet you're right.
This is limited edition. I don't see this coming in the store.
No, I feel like this is when you're going to have to try to find on eBay or online somehow.
Yeah, this one is probably a Disney Parks exclusive. My guess. Just my guess. I don't know. Alright, so that was wave 3 through 5. I believe that's all the waves. However, that's not all the pops and other stuff coming. We still haven't seen what Toy Tokyo is going to come. Besides the Metallic Green Ranger, we do know the Metallic Green Ranger is coming in some form or fashion because we've seen Jason David Frank talking about he's going to sign them, and we've seen some leaks and that kind of thing. But that's it. I think Future Toys is probably going to have something of some kind.
They usually do.
Yeah, so other stuff is coming. We just don't know when we're going to see it. But I do believe this is Funko's last reveal, if I'm not mistaken.
I think this probably was their last reveal.
So we'll see what else is coming. Now, what was your favorite pop in Wave 3, 4, and 5?
Well, it's not a pop. It's a Dorb, and I really loved the Yogi Bear 3-pack. I have to have that. I know it's so limited and super rare, so I'm probably going to have a difficult time with it, but that one was so beautiful.
I agree. That one was really cool.
What was your favorite?
My favorite, without a doubt, was Kitty Pryde. I was so excited to see that.
Yeah.
To have that, and that kind of be the beginning of what we're going to see with classic X-Men. Big fan. I really want to see that line expanded, though. Like,
I agree. There's so many characters they could do in that line.
There's so many, and I love them. And now I'm going to have to, like, I just can't wait to see them, like, on a shelf. I love them. I love classic X-Men, so I'm super, super excited. Kitty Pryde, really, Kitty Pryde to me is like the only one out of 3 through 5 that really just made me think, oh man, I really want that. I wasn't really super impressed with anything 3 through 5 other than that. Alright guys, so we will be back whenever we find out what else is coming from those other stores. So we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks guys.
Bye.
Bye.